Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the comparing strings in Kotlin. So we will explore different methods for comparing strings, starting with an explanation, then diving into examples, and finally we will break down how the examples work. So let's get started. So first we are going to talk about the equality operator. So this operator is used to check if two strings contain the same characters in the same order. So unlike some other languages, the equality operator in Kotlin compares content rather than a memory reference. So making it a straightforward way to check if two strings are identical or not. So first we are going to see the success case, and for that I'm going to declare two variables here, and I'm going to assign Kotlin value. Okay, and I'm going to declare one more variable, and I'm going to assign the same value. And here I'm going to check these two variables using the equality operator if the string of these two variables is same or not. So I'm going to print a message if the strings are equal. So I'll print strings are equal. Okay, so let's run this program. Okay, so it is showing a message in console that strings are equal. So in this example, string 1 and string 2 both contain the string Kotlin. So when we use the equality operator to compare these two strings, Kotlin check if every character in string 1 matches the corresponding character in string 2. Since both strings have exactly the same content, the operator returns true and it prints this message into the console. Okay, now see the failure case here, and for that I'm going to change the value of this variable to Java. So in this case, it will check these two strings. If these two strings have similar value, so it will print this. If those are not similar, then it will go into the else case here, and for that I'm going to create the else case, and I will print the message that strings are not equal. Okay, let's run this to see. Okay, as you can see, it has printed this message. So in this case, string 1 is has a value Kotlin, and string 2 has a value Java. So the equality operator compares uh, each character of the two strings. Since Kotlin and Java do not contain the same sequence of characters, the operator returns false and it goes into the else case, and it prints this message into the console. Okay, now let's see another method, which is case insensitive comparison using the equal method. This method basically allows us to compare two strings without considering case difference. For that, we pass an argument ignore case as a parameter. So Kotlin will treat uppercase and lowercase characters as equal. So let's see this through an example here. I'm going to make some changes here. As you can see, the Kotlin value is assigned to string 1, and I'm going to assign the Kotlin to string 2. So this value starts with the uppercase K letter, and this one starts with the lowercase letter. And I'm going to compare these two, string 1 with string 2 variable. Okay, and I'll keep the message same. So let's run this to see. Okay, as you can see, it has given us the message that strings are not equal because this string starts with the uppercase letter and this one starts with the lowercase letter. So just to overcome this issue, we will pass a parameter here, ignore case, and I'll assign a value true. So in this case, it will ignore this the uppercase letter and it will compare these two strings. So let's run this to see. Okay, as you can see, it has printed the message that strings are equal. Now let's see the failure case here, and for that I'm going to change the value of this to Java. So let's run this to see. So as you can see, even though we are using the ignore case is equal to true, but the content of the two strings is completely different. So Kotlin and Java are completely different strings. So the equal function will return false, and we get these strings from the else case here. We get this message into the console. Okay, now let's see another method which is used to compare, and that is lexicographical comparison using the compareTo method. So first I'll discuss about this. So this method compares strings alphabetically, character by character. If two strings are equal, compareTo method returns 0, and if the first string is greater than the second string, it returns a positive value, and if it is less, returns a negative value. So let's see this through an example here, and for that I'm going to assign the same value to string 2, and I'm going to change here. So here I will compare the string 1 with the string 2. Okay, and this is basically going to return us an integer value. So I'll create a variable which will hold the result of this comparison. Okay, and it will return us the 0 value if these two strings are identical, and if they are not identical, it will give us a positive or negative value. So here I'll check if the result is equal to 0 or not. So let's run this to see. Okay, as you can see in this example, we are comparing two identical strings here, Kotlin and Kotlin, using the compareTo method. Since both strings are lexicographically equal, the compareTo method returns 0, and we print this message into the console. So now see the not equal case when the two strings are not identical, and for that I'm going to change the value to Java here, and is in this case because the strings are not identical, so it will return either the positive value or the negative value. So for that we are going to create another case here, and we'll put a condition on the base of result here. So if result is greater than 0, we will print a message here. We will say string 1 is greater than string 2 value. Okay, and we are going to create else case for that as well if the value is negative. So for that I would say the string 1 value is less than string 2. So let's run this. Okay, so in this example we compare Kotlin with Java, since K comes after J alphabetically. So compareTo returns a positive value, meaning that Kotlin is greater than Java. So we print Kotlin is greater than Java into console. So if the order were reversed, it would print Kotlin is less than Java, and for that I'm going to reverse these values here. I'll assign the Kotlin here, and let's run this to see. So as you can see, it has printed that the Java is less than Kotlin. That's it for today's video. We have explored different ways to compare strings in Kotlin, including content equality, case-sensitive comparison, and lexicographical comparison. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Kotlin tutorials. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.